So before I tell the story, I gotta ask, what would you guys do for a full tank of gas? So quick little context to the story. I matched with this girl on both Bumble and Tinder who we'll call Lucy. She slid in my DMs, by the way. After a few texts back and forth, we both opened up about not wanting anything serious at the time. Funny enough, we never actually got to meet each other until 3 weeks later after matching. I got a text from her asking to come pick her up from 6th Street, which, for those who don't know, 6th Street, or also known as Dirty Six, is a popular street in downtown Austin, Texas that is known for having bars, clubs, restaurants, and also a very popular area for YouTubers to interview drunk people. So anyway, Lucy's asking for a ride home because apparently her friends left her there alone and she didn't have a ride back since they drove her there. Not gonna lie, I did feel kind of bad about her situation, but at the same time, I couldn't help but wonder why she just didn't get an Uber home instead of asking a stranger that she's only known for 3 weeks for a ride. I think she got the hint that I was pretty hesitant about going because she ended up texting me,
"Please, I'll legit pay for your gas."
So I went. About 20 minutes later, I ended up arriving to the downtown area. Lucy and I agreed to meet up at this small domino shop that is right next to 6th Street. So I parked nearby and started walking towards the pizza shop. I was about maybe 30 yards away from the shop when some random car pulled up right next to me on the street and tried to get me into their car. I didn't know who this person was, never seen them in my life, but this guy just decided to abruptly park his car right next to me and ask if I needed a ride. I was confused because of how random the interaction came about, but in the end I told him no, but for whatever reason, this guy would not take no for an answer, because we kept going back and forth with the same question he already asked. At first I gave him the benefit of the doubt, because I thought that maybe, just maybe, he was an Uber or Lyft driver and was confusing me with one of his customers. But the only problem with that thought was that there were no people in sight. The windows on his car were tinted so damn dark, so for all I knew, there could have been people in the back waiting. And the fact that he kept asking me as if my answer was just gonna magically change from a no to a yes to a sketchy ass offer, man, no, just no, I'm good, not gonna happen. At this point, alarms were going off in my head because I noticed that his car's backseat door was now exactly parallel to me. Not a very good position to be in, so I pointed to some random person who happened to be standing outside the domino shop and told him that I had a friend over there waiting for me. Coincidentally, that's all it took for him to immediately drive off. No questions asked or anything, he just sped off. And to this day, I still don't know what that whole interaction was about, although I do have my suspicions. But remember, I haven't even met the Lucy chick yet, and things were already going sideways as always. But regardless, for whatever reason, I kept walking over to the domino shop. As I was walking closer, I saw a girl standing outside of the shop, but I couldn't exactly see their face. But judging by the body language indicating that they were looking for someone, I was pretty sure that that had to have been Lucy. So I went up to her and called out for her. She turned towards me and went,
"OMG, Maui?"
I'm just kidding, she wasn't a catfish. Don't get me wrong, she did look a little different from her photos, but it didn't really matter since I was just there to be her designated driver. So we just said our highs to each other and quickly made our way back to my car to head over to her place. I'm pretty sure the alcohol was hitting her hard at this point, because while we were on the way to her apartment, she tried to make small talk, which is fine, but every time she tried, she ended up asking me the exact same question. It made the conversation effortless, but it gave me a nervous feeling about the situation, because if she's forgetting things that easily, who's to say that she won't randomly forget me and start freaking out? So the second thought started kicking in again, and a part of me started to regret making this decision of coming here tonight. But at the same time, I figured, I've made it this far, we're already heading to her place, might as well go through with it and help her. Everything was pretty much normal until the conversation was suddenly about her recent ex. I learned very quickly that night that alcohol and the topic of a recent ex don't mix very well. I don't remember exactly how he was brought up, but as soon as he came up in the conversation, the whole mood in the car changed. This girl went from being loopy and chill to expert misandrous within seconds. Basically, this girl turned into a TikTok comment section. Miraculously though, by staying quiet, ended up surviving her sudden burst of rage. But if you think that things settled down after that, then you are completely wrong. Because right after, I started feeling her doing this thing where she would lightly tap my hand with hers. Just for visual context, my left hand was on the steering wheel. My right arm was resting on the center console, leaving my right hand in between us both near the gear stick. I didn't think too much of it at the time, since awkward hand bumping happens all the time, right? Well, those little hand taps turned into hand rubs. The little hand rub slowly turned into her then feeling on my forearm. And let me just quickly say that having someone emotionally unstable and intoxicated try to shoot their shot at you is probably one of the most uncomfortable positions to be in. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But the way I saw it at the time was that if I had said no to her advances, I was afraid that she would have had a very aggressive reaction to it in her intoxicated state. She already showed that she could quickly go from 0 to 100, so I didn't know what she was capable of. Well, after what felt like the most awkward drive I've ever been on, we finally ended up at her apartment complex. I looked for a spot, parked near her place, and this is when I started to wonder if the full tank of gas was still worth it. Alright, we're here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am.
It's okay, really. I'd want the same thing if I were in your shoes.
Well, is there anything else that I can do to repay you?
Huh? No. I'm good.
Well, what if we hang out a little longer? I have Netflix in my room.
Oh shit. What's she trying to pull?
Now, I tell you what, I like you, and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Help me!
No, it's okay. I wouldn't want to wake up your roommates.
Oh, it's okay. They're probably passed out asleep anyways. It's okay. We won't make too much noise.
No, it's cool. I'm actually pretty hungry, to be honest. I have some food waiting for me at home.
Oh, it's fine. I don't mind buying you Whataburger, In-N-Out, or whatever you want after this.
No, it's fine, really. I already have.
It's okay. I can take care of you.
I already have food.
Oh, well, is there anything I can do to change your mind?
Yeah, how about next time? Like, I had fun, just a lot of fun listening about your ex and all. Like, Mark sounds like a real piece of work, but I have to go. But maybe next time we can both rant about our exes together. While being sober. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure. I guess that's cool too. I'll text you.